is why they scale well, not because their damage output is insane, not because they just auto-attack people and health bars disappear, like something like a Jinx will do. So, Gideon really trying to force this here, but I think the risk is just too high. Kiin, of course, does have his ultimate now.
Ram is here as well. Now the collapse comes in from TF. Teleport on the top side, but it's a little bit too little too late from Afrika. That's one kill. ㄟ's burns down, and there's a lot of damage coming out from Fly. There's not really any flank wards for the cannon, so if Kiin wants to get something done without flash, as they're looking for a pick onto Fly first, even the subjugate coming in, and the flash jump in one auto is enough to just smack the Syndra down. And you thought you were going to fight over that Drake now. I mean, KT don't even have to go for the Drake. They have so much control, they can just take the mid-turret potentially.
Yeah, that is exactly what they're looking for. They've got a full wave of minions here, too. This is going to force both ㄟ and Dread to show up. And even Leo rotated up, which means that, you know, 5kid can just farm freely down here and push that wave in. And that means guaranteed prio on bottom and mid. So you get a ton of plates on that mid turret. You force a support to rotate mid, and you're going to get the dragon. And all the while, you know, this is just a farm fest. I don't know about this one, Doran.
Kiin's trying to get in here. He's trying to win it for his team, but maybe it was a big bait all along as Yukal's here again. Perfect timing.
Oh, you want to fight a tank and get subjugate value? Great for that. You know, his pillar, always going to be useful. But he's really ahead in this game, and once again,
glad we're all on the same page, and here he is again for the counter gank, but this time Viego will have the last laugh as Dread is getting in the face. A lot of damage coming out from some of those chomps.
Carefully. Actually, I feel like almost too carefully here.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting to a point now where they're not even confident to take the fights, but now Gideon is going to get Chain of Corruption down, so he's going to be the guy that's kind of left out to dry. Yukal not even here. He was thinking about getting into the fight.
And then, you know, it's just Kiin gets a kill. They get a pick without using his ultimate.
Okay, trying to get in, but that is another big scout of the week. Cannon Barrage value does come in, zones everybody away, but look at that. One orb and one arrow.
Speaking of, pulling the trigger.
Yeah, trying to make that play on a Kiin here. The card will come down, and he's in a lot of trouble. Gideon's coming in, though. Should be a couple of wards. Put a ward in the Baron pit. There you go. And it might be a little bit late now as we have teleports coming in, but the damage is here. It's so late in the game, but the steal is there from Gideon and the easy lantern out. Nothing's going right for Afrika. KT are dominating them here as here we go. Now something's going as the exhaust comes in, but is it enough to stop it? I don't think so. They're going to wipe down everybody on the side of KT. They all funneled straight into Kennen. That's the option to teleport into that one a little bit later as the ward actually goes down. Yeah, I think he just placed it somewhere else. He only has 3 wards placed down at one time, so. I mean, they have another one above them. It's not quite as sneaky, but might be a little bit more straightforward, you know.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the zoning. The chompers and the pillar isn't enough as Dread gets in, but no, it's Jinx who gets it after all. And that's going to be too much. They're able to get Mountain Soul and Dread goes down.
This is a mess. This game is a mess, Valdez. You go in, you're looking for the collapse in, and you are unable to get the Drake, and then you see there's a really big disconnect between the squad here as half of Afrika is looking to continue to push in, and then Dread makes the call to go in, and everybody else is walking out. So he just dies by himself, and KT are like, thank you very much, that's Mountain Soul. Like, look at Dread, he's like, okay, I'm staying in, and then the Cannon Barrage actually is really the kicker here because it actually cuts him away from his team. Like, they can't return to save him, and he can't join them. And, like, you could see he wanted to initiate, but Afrika was trying to, the rest of his team was trying to make the call to get out of there. Yeah. So he gets punished, they lose the Drake, he dies.
It's just too much at this point. Remember what I said like 10 minutes ago? They're going to be at 40 minutes when the soul comes in. And you're up against so much scaling, but not only that, it's Trundle Pillars, it's Chompers, it's Barrels, it's Cannon Barrages, it's Thresh, threats who can also get his allies to safety. They have so much kite back. You're never going to get in range of the Jinx. I don't think it's ever going to happen in this game unless they get blindsided by the cannon.
Yeah,
I mean that's really it.
Look at Gideon's items. Like you actually don't normally see a Trundle get 3 full items in pro game, you know, League of Legends right now is, okay, this is nasty.
Yeah, this is what happens over and over. Pillar and Cannon Barrage over and over. I like the positioning here of Dread. He's like, well, you can't exactly push, even though you're ahead in this game. I can take some of these minions back. A little bit of poke from their side, but as you can see, KT are just, they're firing rockets right now.
Kiin needs to have a really nice ult. I think that's Afrika's best way of winning a team fight. I mean, Fly can hit Scatter the Weaks, but look at the positioning of KT. Like, with the vision control they have too, it's just so difficult.
All right, looking for that pick onto the Braum. It's just a Braum, but it's kind of free damage at this point as Doran steps a little bit too far forward, but the rocket will have to be flashed. They get that flash out of Fly at least.
KT, this time, I think they're looking to actually keep the Baron that they start. They come over here, clear away some of that vision. The Scuttle Crab is still active here for Afrika. Teleport coming through. They're trying to reset for this, but Fly is so far away. Look how far away he's going to walk so far. Well, they get delayed here.
Yeah. Lehen's pretty low, so it's hard. They don't really have much of a front line either. They kind of just have to pull the trigger if they're going to go. Lehen's goes into his stopwatch. Dread is heart breaker. It's just not going to do much. And this is kind of inevitable. It's finally coming to fruition. Nice scan of the week to buy them some time, but here comes the TF, and now 5Kid. He reigns alone. He can do whatever he wants. He is totally protected, and at 43 minutes into the game, I think KT, they finally, it was the straw that broke the camel's back.
And Kiin's like, I just want to ult in one of these fights. I just want to have an impact, but just never able to find the angles, never able to have any control because KT have so much range, so much damage, and so much initiation between, you know, the Cannon Barrages, the pillars. There's just so many ways this goes right for KT. They got the damage scaling and the initiation and the map control, and they're going to take game one in this best of 3.
That they will, and this is rough for Afrika. They're going to get some more kills. Will KT, they want to make it more impressive than just 9-7 in 45 minutes. So they pick up one more.